Welcome to Thanungst News, where we bring you the latest in global economics, politics, and diplomacy. From rising tariffs to supply chain disruptions, and from Wall Street to the factories of Guangdong, we've got it all in today's 10-minute briefing. Let's dive in. China has reiterated its firm stance against U.S. tariffs on shipping equipment and port charges, calling them damaging to both sides. These actions not only raise global transportation costs but also disrupt supply chain stability and increase inflationary pressure in the U.S., ultimately hurting American consumers and businesses. Beijing warns it will take necessary steps to protect its legitimate interests if the U.S. fails to honor multilateral rules and facts. As April draws to a close, global markets remain volatile. While U.S. markets took a break for Easter, investors are watching the week ahead closely. Analysts expect strong fluctuations in the S&P 500, Nasdaq, and Dow Jones as trade negotiations intensify. The CBOE Volatility Index dropped from a recent high of 60 to 30, still above the safe zone of 17.6, indicating continued investor anxiety. In Asia, South Korea's KOSPI index surged 0.53% on April 18, marking the first weekly gain in a month. Optimism surrounding U.S.-Asia trade talks is fueling hopes of recovery. President Trump recently expressed confidence in reaching a trade deal with China and has launched parallel negotiations with Japan and South Korea. Foreign tourism to the United States dropped nearly 12% this March, the largest dip in recent years. Central America and Western Europe lead the decline. According to the U.S. Travel Association, the industry risks losing up to $72 billion in 2025. Experts blame growing border controls and worsening global perception of the U.S. The World Health Organization, WHO, is facing a potential 20% budget cut due to lack of funding. Many health programs are already frozen or suspended. WHO Eastern Mediterranean Director Hanan Borki says U.S. contributions, once the largest, have not been fulfilled for over a year, putting emergency aid response at risk. U.S. Vice President J.D. Vance begins a 4-day visit to India today. He's expected to meet Prime Minister Modi in New Delhi to discuss trade and geopolitical relations. With bilateral trade reaching $190 billion, a new agreement could significantly boost both economies, especially in defense and foreign direct investment. This week, trade talks between the U.S. and South Korea resume. Seoul hopes to eliminate non-tariff barriers on key industries like automobiles, steel, and semiconductors. Meanwhile, factories in China, particularly in Guangdong, are struggling to adapt. One aluminum producer reports a 75% tariff hike and vanishing U.S. clients. While some Chinese companies like Chui Yuan in Guangzhou find success shifting to new markets, others, like Danny Lau's aluminum business, are reeling from U.S. tariffs. Lau, once reliant on American clients, says it's impossible to fully replace the U.S. market, citing reliability, scale, and payment practices. Thank you for watching Thanungst News. If you find this update valuable, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share our channel. Stay informed with us, where the world meets your screen.